Alrighty, hello friends, welcome. Today I feel like this is kind of smudgy for some reason. Today I'm going to be doing just like a super simple, like a little Saturday makeup look. I did try to do something different with my hair. I don't know if I love it, but it's kind of interesting. I'm going to tuck these little pieces behind my ears so that I can get my face done. This looks ridiculous. So let's jump into it. So first up, I'm going to go in with my typical e.l.f. Power Grip Primer. I think I say this like every time I use it, but it is one of my favorites. It's very affordable and it is a pretty good dupe for the Milk Makeup branded Hydro Grip Primer. I have not used it, but I've heard it's a good dupe and it looks very similar, at least like in color, I feel like, to that one. Not that that means anything, but I feel like it's probably similar. It does take about 30 seconds to just kind of soak into my face and just start, I don't know, becoming grippy. So while that's doing that, I'm going to get my Beauty Blender wet so I can put on foundation here. I'm going to go in with a couple pumps of my Yulma Beauty foundation. This foundation's a little bit pricey, so I try to use just like a couple pumps of it so that I can get it to last hopefully longer than 3 months, because usually it only lasts me like 3 months or so. But there is a Walmart branded version of it. It is $15 instead of $40. I think maybe it's $39. But it's like definitely like a third of the price. So same product, it's just like the Walmart like version of it. Works totally fine. I am a different shade in that one than this one. But probably once I run out of this one, I will go back to the Walmart one. Because I've used it before. In past streams, probably if you go back to like my streams probably from like 5 or 6 months ago, I used that version instead of this one. Works just the same. Although this foundation's a little bit confusing because the shade I use is T3C. But they have like 3 different versions of it. So I used a Fair Lady version because I'm a fair lady. But they also have like a bronze version. I think there's like an even darker version and like maybe one other one. And so I like didn't realize that when I bought it. So I had bought like the T3C like color in like the 3 different other shades and they were all like completely different. And I had the hardest time like originally pinning down what shade of this foundation I am. Hello, welcome to the stream. Alright, just trying to make sure this is all nice and blended in here. Alright. I'm happy with that. At least from far away, me standing like 2 inches away from a mirror, it looks decent. So we're gonna call that good. Just blend it down onto my neck a little bit as well. And I'm going to go in with my Soft Focus Setting Spray from Hourglass. Spray my neck because I put some on my neck. Just hopefully get all this to stay on my face. And while I'm waiting for that to soak in, I am going to grab all of my face powders and just start setting all of these out so that they're ready to use when I'm ready to use them. I'm just here just opening them all up. And I'm going to grab all my little brushes. So these are also ready. So today I'm going to try to make sure that my face is actually dried down from this product, because yesterday I went in with my face powder and I definitely got my foundation on this. So I'm going to try to keep this a little bit cleaner and try to really make sure my face is dry here. So try to make sure my little hairs are out of the way. I'll put those back at the end. Right now it looks a little weird, but put those back at the end. Just try to really make sure my face is dried. Fun fact, I bought this fan when I was walking the Great Wall of China. They have like a gift shop like halfway, and I bought this so I could take like a fun like fan photo on the Great Wall of China, and now I use it to dry my makeup. It did break a little bit, so it is missing like one of these spokes, but I think this was like maybe like 1 or 2 like US dollars. It was like a steal. Yeah, and I feel like no one ever tells you, but like the Great Wall of China is like kind of an intense walk. Like at least like the part I went on, it was like pretty intense. And it was like raining, so I was like trying not to fall and like walking. And it was kind of wild. All right, I'm gonna grab my little Laura Mercier puff, and I'm just gonna start gently patting this into my face. I did not walk the entire wall. I think it's like thousands of miles. I walked like a couple little sections of it, like I don't know, maybe like a half mile or something. It wasn't much. I'm gonna try to not get my powder in here. I'm kind of mad that I got my powder in here because now it looks really gross in here. I could maybe scrape it out. This was only like $4 for this. And I feel like it lasts for me like a month and a half. It's definitely cheaper than the actual Laura Mercier powder. Yeah, I think it's quite long. Don't quote me on the exact distance, but I'm pretty sure it's quite long. All right. What if this just instantly mattifies my face? Like just like there's like a little bit of shine and just this takes it right off. Although this can like definitely make my face way too pale, way too quickly. It just makes me ghostly. Just make sure the stuff I put on my neck stays on my neck. I don't need this like rubbing off onto my shirt. I'm gonna go in with this powder that I do not have much of, but I just keep thinking like, okay, the next time I use it, it's gonna be the last time and I'll switch, but I still have not switched to my new one yet. That's okay. So I was missing this necklace like probably for like months or so. But today I like decided to like I woke up and chose aggression, I guess. So I woke up and I was like, I need to find my Apple Watch that I've also been missing for several weeks. Because I had the feeling it was like under the couch, so I decided to just like aggressively by myself like move my whole couch, and like I did find my Apple Watch and I found this necklace, and I was like, oh, like because I like remembered that I had it, but I was like, but I'm not seeing it, so I don't know where it is. But I'm glad I found it. It's just kind of like I think from Amazon. It's just like a super simple little chain, but I'm glad I found it. So I'm very hyped about that. It's kind of the win of the day. Hello, welcome to the stream. All right. This is looking nice and blended in. Sometimes I miss like these sections along my jawbone, and I won't notice till like after the stream or like when I'm doing my bronzer and I'm like, oh, I'm like missing this random spot on my jaw. But I think we got it all. I think we got all the spots. I just like this powder because it does kind of put that color back into my face that the matte setting powder takes away because it's so white. Thank you. I'm glad we like the look. I guess you can't see it. I didn't really kick my leg up far enough, but these pants like shrank in the wash, and I'm a little upset about it, but I'm gonna wear them anyway. All right, I'm gonna go in with my bronzer here. This is my Physicians Formula bronzer. I'm still deciding on my business outfits. So my business trip, I'm gonna be there for a week actually. So I need to get like 7 outfits together. But we'll have to see. I'm also having lunch with the CEO of my company when I'm up there, so I gotta find something really nice to wear. I think I still have like some older, like more like professional business clothes. Like I definitely still have like a blazer I could just throw over anything, but yeah, I'm gonna need to find like some pretty businessy stuff now. All right, just under my chin highlight, just try to like give myself a little jawline here. I do try to go in pretty heavy with my bronzer just because when I put on my blush, I feel like the bronzer like goes away, like it just gets overpowered. So you seem so indecisive. Sounds like you got a ways to go for 7 days. Yeah. So everything that I showed on that stream was new. I do have like regular clothes that I already have that I definitely could wear. Cause like I was like a business student like I guess like almost a year ago now. So I do have some nicer like business stuff that I just don't wear because I work from home. So I do have some older stuff that I could wear. But yeah, that whole video was just like all new, like Shein haul stuff. But I do have some nicer stuff that I plan to wear. Like particularly a blazer for like the day that I'm having lunch with the CEO. Although I don't know. When I've seen her, she's like a little more like casual, so we'll see. Like definitely like business casual, but not like business formal. Okay, this looks pretty good. I feel like this is like getting to the point where it's like almost too much blush, so I'm going to chillax on the blush here, and let me just try to blend my bronzer into this, because I feel like on this cheek, like it almost like went away. Okay, that's decent. I'm gonna go in with my Ofra highlighter because I love myself a nice little blinding highlight. Just highlight kind of these high points of my face. Although my highlighter I think is kind of my first makeup product that goes on my face like probably like a couple hours from now, like you're not really gonna be able to see the highlighter on my face, but I like to put it on. I like to try to have some on anyway. All right, I think I'm gonna do something kind of simple with my eyes. So let's just do, I'm trying to think what I want to do here. Let's do, I'm just gonna do like one color maybe. Let's see, I think I might use the same color I used last night as a base. And that'll be pretty good. So let me get my eyeshadow primer here. Will this be the last time I use this primer? Who knows? Each time I use it, I think it will be, but it just keeps having more in here. Like, I feel like this is like almost out. Like, there's like barely any product in here. But it just keeps going. And I'm not gonna throw it away until it's out, so. Because it is the KVD brand, so I think this was like a little bit, not super expensive, but it's definitely like on the pricier side. Like you cannot use coupons on this stuff. I don't think. At least last time I was there, you can't. I'm gonna go in with my Tartelette Baby Bloom palette. I'm gonna go in with that little blending brush. I'm gonna do kind of this, like a similar look to what I did last night. I'm gonna go in here with Dahlia. Just gonna put this on the edge of my eye. And I might do a shimmer, TBD. Let me see how it looks with just this, because I am trying to keep it a little bit more neutral. I think I am going to go to the beach, so I don't want to look too crazy. But just sweep this over my eye. Okay, this is not too bad. I think I really built up this color last night, because last night I feel like it was quite intense, and now it's not too bad. It's not awful. I'm just trying to keep it kind of simple and quick. Okay, I might do a little shimmer. I might do a little something. I feel like I'm doing good on time here. Okay. This is soft enough looking. Okay. Just this one needs to blend a little bit more. I feel like a lot of the part of eyeshadow is just blending. Like you're just sitting here blending a whole bunch. Okay. That looks good. I think I am going to go for a little shimmer, but let's try to use my highlighter so that it all kind of ties together, kind of fun. I'm going to go in with the little under eye brush that I love to just try to get a little bit of this color under my eye. Just kind of make sure it's all matching. Because I love it. I think it just really adds something to have it versus not having it. But you could go either way. For years, I did not do it under my eye because I was so worried that it would just kind of drag my eye down and make it look like I got punched in the face. But it's definitely a balance. Some people do go back in with like concealer and like clean up their lines. I can't really be bothered to do that. I'm sure it would look great if I did, but I don't even wear concealer normally on my face. So, and I have one. I don't know. I like just stopped using it at some point, and I probably should get back into using it, but that's okay. So I'm going to go in with a nice little flat brush, and I am going to just pack on a little bit of my highlighter that I put on my cheeks onto just kind of this center and middle portion of my eye. This will work as like a nice little shimmer. This is not meant as eyeshadow, but it is meant for your face, so it'll work. It'll be totally fine. Oh yeah, I kind of like it. I don't know if you can tell that like these two match, but I do like it. I've also seen really good looks where people will use their bronzer as like this like brown eyeshadow that I have here just as their base, and then they'll add their highlighter just so the whole look really ties together nicely. And I could have done that. I just feel like my bronzer doesn't show up like as much as like this does on my face, so it could have worked. I've done it before. It just takes a little bit more like, I don't know, like pressure and me like going back in and out of the pan to make it happen. Okay, I do think I'm gonna grab the first brush that I had and just blend this out a little bit. Just a little dab of color just to like blend kind of the, from where it's shiny into the edge. Okay, that looks pretty good. Nothing crazy, but I feel like it does make like a little statement. And I'm just gonna go in and do a little bit of the brow bone here with S'more. This is the Tartelette Toasted palette. So same brand as the palette I just used, except for the other one is the mini version of their Bloom palette, I think. Because they also have like a mini of this, but I really wanted it for this color here, Cozy. Like I just have like such a thing for like this kind of color. I don't know why. I mean, I really like it. It's like, I mean, it's a great color, but they do make a mini version of this, but I bought the full version like for this color. And I just feel like I wear like basically only browns, so it works for me. Because I think even like my little Natasha Denona palette has this same, has like this same color. So like I just have a thing for like this color in particular. Like if it's in a palette, I'm just like, I'm sold. All right, gonna do a little bit of a liner. I feel like you are indecisive. We can just blame Shein. I feel like sometimes I'm a little bit indecisive, but it's hard to tell because there's like, it's such like a range kind of coming out of COVID. Like I feel like a lot of business places have gotten more casual, but like how casual is like casual? Like I don't know. I feel like we're all indecisive, but yeah, sometimes Shein stuff is like, do I like this? Is this gonna be okay in the washer? I don't know. And that I feel like is part of the struggle. Because these pants are from Shein and they shrank. They're a little bit short on me now, which is a bummer. I was like, what was I supposed to do with these pants? Not wash them? um, Although I hear you can put your pants like in a Ziploc bag and like put them in the freezer, and that's like the same as washing them. Or like it helps between washes, something like that. So maybe I should just put these pants in a bag in the freezer instead of the washing machine. But I don't know. I feel like it's like gonna be hard to tell. But these pants, like, I don't know. Now they're like an ankle crop, and it's kind of weird because I'm very short. So sometimes Shein is just questionable. Shein makes me indecisive, I guess. This top's also from Shein. It is like held up like so far. I think I've washed it like once or twice. I feel like I like the Kim Possible look on, but these pants did not do so great in the washer. Curl my lashes a little bit here. I did try to do something kind of different with my hair. So I use like, I probably should have got like a different clip, but I like clipped it. Then I tried to like put my hair over. I think it's kind of interesting. We're gonna go for it for today. We'll see. I'm gonna go in with a little bit of my lash primer. I feel like I should like try to look up close and see if this is actually putting any product onto my lashes or if I'm out, because it's hard to tell. I think it is. Let me look. Okay, yeah, it is making my eyelashes a little bit white. Well, I threw off the white balance a lot. Because I feel like when we get super close, I feel like you can see it is like getting a little bit of the primer on there. Because with mascara, I feel like I can tell when it's out because like it won't make my eyelashes look like as good anymore, and like it'll just feel kind of drier. With primer, I don't know. This is like, I feel like one of the first times I bought like primer, and I'm just a little bit uncertain to tell when it's out. I don't have another one though, so I'll have to go out and buy one if it's out. I'm gonna go with a little bit of my Urban Decay Perversion mascara. It is one of my favorite mascaras. I've rebought this several times. I mean, to be fair, it is the travel size. I've like rebought the travel size many times, but I still think that says something about it. But I really like it. I feel like there's other mascaras that people just enjoy more, but for me, this one works for me, and I've been pretty happy with it for a couple years. I did, when I had a sample of that Giorgio Armani one, I did very much consider switching to it because I think it was honestly cheaper than this one. Um, and I liked it, but I don't know. I just didn't make that switch. I'm just so suckered into this mascara. I just feel like I love the way it does the lower eyelashes. Like it does a little something without making them look like gross. Or like I don't have to work too hard. Sometimes on mascaras I feel like I'm just like really rubbing it under my eye to really try to get something and it's not doing anything. So I feel like for me it's like, okay, how does it make my upper and lower lashes look? And that's kind of how I assess if I like something. Well, I have heard really good things about waterproof mascara. So I might try to get my hands on like something waterproof. I used to wear waterproof, but I hear it just makes your lashes stay curled so much longer. So I might try to make that switch back. Although I think like when I used to wear waterproof mascara, I don't think it was like one of those like nicer branded ones. I think it was like the Maybelline, like back in the day. Not that there's anything wrong with Maybelline. They make some really great mascaras. And there was one, I think, like 2 years ago, like went viral on TikTok from Maybelline. And it was like so hard to come by because it like went viral on TikTok and we're all like sitting in COVID, like just getting into skincare and makeup and dances and stuff. But I think that was like the last time I used a waterproof mascara was probably like a Maybelline one. Or maybe a CoverGirl one. I was also big into CoverGirl back in the day. Like when they came out with their like, what was it called? It was the one in like the orange tube. It was like so iconic when it came out and like everyone had it. I don't know if anyone even wears it anymore, but you'd think I would know because I used to work at a beauty store and I was like a cashier, so I would like see everything that people brought up, but I don't know, a lot of people bought like similar stuff, which is kind of interesting in itself also that like these beauty stores stock so much stuff, but I feel like people really only buy like certain products. But I guess that's just kind of how anything goes. Like grocery stores stock a bunch of products. People like really only buy like certain things. All right, trying to draw on some eyebrows for myself. No, I get like the thin eyebrows is back in, so maybe I should just leave my eyebrows as is. But I do like to have a little something. I did have my eyebrows microbladed probably about 4 years ago, and I thought I was just gonna like wake up with perfect brows every day. It's gonna be like the ultimate like life solution and make my life so much easier, but I didn't really like it, and then I was stuck with it for several years. So, I mean, it was fine. I think I had also bought it off of Groupon, so it was maybe not like the best place I could have gotten them done, but I didn't love it. I think for like a week I had them like I didn't put on any brow product, and then after that, like I started just like doing my brows every day, so it just didn't really matter that I had them microbladed. I mean, it gave me like kind of like a nicer template to go off of, but I didn't love it, and I feel like that's kind of why I don't have any tattoos now because that was my like experience getting like a tattoo sort of because it lasts like a few years. I mean, for me, I think it lasted like over 3 years. I had just had it for like the longest time. And I feel like only within the last like year or so have I like noticed that it's like pretty much gone away. But I'm like, wow, if I got something like eyebrows that I already had like tattooed on and I didn't like them, like what if I like got like something else that I didn't already have and I like didn't like it? I'm stuck with it forever. And I'm just gonna go in with a little bit of brow pomade just to darken this up. And I can always clean it up afterwards and get the shapes a little more symmetrical. Try to go in heavier, the middle to end part of my eyebrow, and just a lighter touch towards the front so it looks a little more natural. And I am gonna spoolie this out a little bit also. Just grab this little brush here and just kind of soften up the front. I don't know if this is even making this one better. I do run out of brow gel, so we're just gonna hope my eyebrows stay on my face today. I think this one needs just a little bit more. Over here, maybe that was too much. Okay, these look symmetrical enough. I will accept it for the day. I'm gonna go in with my Jumbo NYX setting spray. Just really set my face down. I do say it's jumbo because it is so fat and so chubby, but it is much cheaper. This one is much cheaper than this one. So, because this is 4 ounces and this is 6, but this one is a finer mist. So this one does, in some ways, last longer, sort of, because not as much product comes out each time. This one I do use as my like last setting spray because it sprays on heavier. So it does take a little bit more to dry it down. I normally just kind of go about my day at this point in time, and I'll just kind of let it air dry. But I do want to put on lipstick for you all during the stream to show you all the finished product. Because normally for my day, I'll do my makeup and then I'll go like make breakfast, and then I will like eat my breakfast and then put on lipstick before like my first like meeting of the day. Sometimes I like honestly forget to put on lipstick all day. Oh, thank you. I'm glad we like the look so far. We're trying not, well, not so far. I guess it's the whole thing. I'm just going to put on lipstick. But we tried something different with the hair. We'll see. I don't know if I look like an angsty teen or if I look cool. I don't know. All right. Pull out these little pieces of my hair so that my face doesn't look as goofy. And I'm going to go in with my MAC Prep and Prime, essentially chapstick. Essentially my expensive chapstick. It's supposed to help my lipstick like stay on longer, but honestly the amount of lipstick I have on all my little like Starbucks cups I think would prove contradictory to that. But hey, it's worth a try. And then I'm going to go in with just kind of like a more neutral lipstick. So I feel like we got a whole look going, which I'll show you guys in a second, but we got a whole look. Just trying to keep it a little bit more natural. This is my version of natural. I feel like how I started the stream 28 minutes ago is natural. Just try to smile, see what my lipstick looks like. Make sure my lips look symmetrical and nice. Make sure this bottom part also looks symmetrical. Okay, looks pretty good. Okay. Just a little bit more lipstick here. I feel like there's like this one side that I'm not like getting. Okay, that's good enough. I'm gonna make things much worse if I keep going. So let me try to back the camera up. I can show you guys the full sort of look here, as good as I can get it. But here's the face. Relatively natural, relatively simple. All right, see if the white balance comes back. So, got like the little cargos on, which are now too short for me, but I feel like just basic, kind of composable look here, but, and then like with this hair thing that I'm trying. So we'll see how this goes. I feel like I'm gonna like get in my car, forget I have this clip, and like try to sit down and like knock the clip out, but we'll see how long it lasts. I'm decently happy with this. So I will see you guys in the next one. Have a good Saturday. Bye.